your boy once again, the primetime capper Pop DiBiase for Fanatics View. I got the WBA 140 champ with me, Mario LS Tequia Barrios, San Antonio's finest, man. So how's everything? So I was reading up about you, and I gotta ask some questions because you was actually born in Nebraska, correct? And mom's is a big Christy Martin fan.
I was born in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. I'm so sorry. Wisconsin. You was born in Wisconsin. So are you at all a Badgers fan at all? You know that, Badgers Nation is pretty thick, the University of Wisconsin basketball and football, man. So what's up? Do you rep for them or what, man? Because I know you're in the state of Texas and they really heavy about that football.
Yeah, no, I mean they're big with the football, but yeah, I mean I've always read the Badgers. I mean ever since I was younger, I have some Badgers gear. I have the whole Badgers hat and everything.
That's what's up, man. So are we ever gonna see you come out with the red and white on one time for us with the big W?
Maybe. yeah, maybe.
Your fights be on Fox and everything, man. So they would let us sell that for you, man. So you got a big news for you the other day. You're gonna be on another pay-per-view as well too. Am I correct? You're gonna be a part of another pay-per-view for defending your title and everything like that. How did you feel when they made that announcement?
Oh man, that announcement was huge. Just being a part, of a card of that magnitude again. And man, I'm real excited. It's bittersweet though. Having a card with that many, Texas fighters. Being in a whole different state, due to all the whole like COVID and everything. But at the end of the day, we're all gonna be fighting. We're all looking, to get back in the ring. Especially with PBC. We're very excited, to see PBC running again. And yeah, man. I mean, I'm very excited.
All right, and man, I was at Staples Center for your last fight, and that was an absolute war. I saw you the day before. I wished you good luck and everything like that. And man, oh man, you put on such a performance there late in the fight, and you really knew what time it was. And you knew that knockdown would solidify the judges, and I thought that was incredible. How did you feel when that moment occurred, and you knew you got it? Because I saw you even shake your fist as soon as you put him down there in the late rounds,
Man, like it's something I can't really put into words. I remember before we went out, in that last round, Virgil and and Don. Bob Santos, they all told me, we needed something huge in that last round, to win. Don had told me, we needed a knockout, but I knew, I was gonna have to, pull something out because the fight, it was. I had it in my head going in that last round. I had it dead even. So in my eyes, whoever took the last round, was gonna take the whole fight. So
Right.
being able to put Akhmedov down, when you have nothing left in the tank, when you just had a couple, bad rounds, man, it was an awesome feeling, just seeing him, fall, seeing his glove touch the canvas. I knew at that moment, that world title was coming back with me.
So how did you feel, man? How long did you hold that WBA strap around yourself? Because it's official. It's not an interim. It's not the National Society WBA Championship. It is a WBA world title. Did you take how long did you hold on to the belt? Because I heard champions hold on to the belt for about 2-3 weeks before they let it go back into the case. How was that?
Yeah, man, that sounds about right. That whole next day, of course, we're just there in the hotel resting, and I just couldn't stop holding it, just couldn't stop staring at it. It was, seeing all of my hard work, in one object.
Man, that's beautiful stuff, man. And you're one of the most humble guys that I run into. I've been, was able to interview last year. You were the co-main with Tank and everything like that. and this wound up being your second out of your third fight last year, being in in the Los Angeles area, because Carson's a little bit out of LA. It's a kind of a burb. So, how does it feel like? Do you feel like you're starting to get a good name here in the state of California?
Yeah, I feel most of my not I don't feel most of my fights have been here in California. The majority in LA. So I feel I've grown a really big fan base here. In the state of California, even up here in the Bay. I mean, there's times I'm just out and about. That people will stop me and they will recognize me. I mean, that's huge, I mean, being from that, I'm from Texas, and I'm having people out here in California, recognize me, and support me. It's an awesome feeling.
Okay, so when you got back home, did they throw a parade for you or anything like that? Because San Antonio, they love their champions, basketball, boxing, whatever other sports they got down there, but they love their champions though.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, man. Huge thank you, to my city. When I returned with that world title, they welcomed me, with open arms. The Spurs, they had me. They'd introduced me at one of the games. They showed my highlights and everything. So the amount of love and support I received, after winning the world title, it was huge. Especially coming, from the city that I represent.
Man, beautiful stuff. Now, your opponent, Ryan Carl, 18-2. Now, have you seen any tape on him as of late? Or are you just doing the Floyd Mayweather? We just gonna do what we do, hard work and dedication. Because you know how he says he doesn't watch film. So, have you been able to watch a little bit of film on Mr. Carl?
Nah, I haven't watched any film, but I mean, me and Ryan, we have known each other since very early days in the amateurs. Before this, I could say, we were definitely, friends and everything. But I mean, it's only business.
Right. So you don't have to trash talk just a little bit, just a tiny bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just to set a fight. Because, as soon as we get into that ring, that friend thing is going to be out the window for the next 12 rounds or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, just an itsy bits. We got to, us media people, we got to hear something. So,
yeah, exactly, man. We
start some kind of fire.
Exactly, man. We have to keep it entertaining.
Right, because there ain't nothing but bad to go to one of those formal press conferences where I feel real good and I'm gonna go in there and try my best. You got to get a little bit of trash talking going. Man,
you
got to make the people remember you.
Can't be doing all that.
Right, you got to make the people remember you, man. You got to. Only way you get away with that, you got to have some knockout strength like old Canelo and old Triple G. But let's talk about that 140 division. Everybody's so in love with 147, but I feel like 147's best days are behind them. I feel like some of the best talent is sitting at 140, and nobody is really talking about it as much as they should. You have the Josh Taylors of the world. You have Rodriguez for Grace. They had a great fight as well, too. Then you have Ramirez as well, too, the WBC champion as well. So there's a lot of landscape there to make a good unification as well too. I know you're not trying to jump ahead one fight at a time, but are you thinking about this in the back of your head that a unification could come sometime soon, maybe in the next 8 months or so?
Oh no, for sure. I mean, mentally, I'm jumping way ahead. Those are the type of names that I've been wanting. If it was up to me, I'll be fighting Ramirez or Josh Taylor next. Me being a fighter, it's my goal, to win a world title, and to unify. Josh Taylor has the WBA, super title. I mean, so that's the one, that I want to be gunning for. Taylor, that would be a fight, I would love, or if a fight with Ramirez as well. I mean, he's had the world title for a while. He unified, with Maurice Hooker, and had a very dominating performance. But yeah, man, I believe a fight with either one of them would be huge. I mean, those are definite names, that I've been throwing out there.
All right, and you know what? With your situation, these fights can be made. we know that you're on PBC, but you have another promoter as well too. So that means that you have a little bit more leverage to go, outside of the promotion and make that fight. That's why I even asked you about the unification, because you hear other fighters, they say, well, I gotta wait for what Al has to say and things like that. And pretty much you're a young fighter, and I know you are striving for greatness. And at 140, that really that's how you put your stamp down before you jump up to the 147s, to the 154s, dominate the 140s, because so then you don't have to see these guys at the higher level. So, I know that's the plan for you. And I think to myself that when I saw you fight, I know that your best days are still ahead of you. You're an awesome prospect as is right now, but I know when you get up there, even in the bigger weights, you'll still be as successful and bringing your power with you as well too. And that's a grandiose thing in my opinion.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. Right now our eyes are set, on the division I'm in. And I'm looking, forward, to just, continuing on dominating. And when the time's right, when I'm no longer, able to make 140 pounds, then that's when, me and my team will sit down and talk about it, and then, we'll see, what's next as far as my career, which is most likely, just moving up, because I have the frame for it. So it's just a matter of time, not if I'm gonna move up to win.
Right. And you know what? I read a little bit more about you, and you got an intriguing story. You started off as kind of a smaller guy when you first were, started boxing and everything like that, but you grew into the size that you are now. And it was crazy hearing you say that people that grew up with you see how tall you are now, and they just like, whoa. How's that like, man? Where you was a little dude freshman year, some big football player up in here, blah, 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 blah. Now you see you knocking out people on PBC fights, pay-per-views. How does that feel now?
Oh man, that's exactly how it is. Again, also that's bittersweet. All of this, height and size came, way after high school. If I had this height all along, who knew what I would be doing. But yeah, I grew up small, but in a sense, it was kind of an advantage for me, because me being younger, I had to really learn how to fight on the inside, and so I was a really good inside fighter, so I feel that's why now even being a lengthy fighter, I still have that inside game, that inside experience, from when I was smaller.
All right, man. People love those inside boxers, but they love guys that can do it both, though. Got to be
Yeah.
industrious in this business. You know that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Man, all right, so let's talk about the fun stuff. You said that the Spurs honored you. What are you thinking about your Spurs? Can they make the playoffs? They in the bubble, man. I got them tonight as my dog of the day, but what you think? You think that they good enough to make the AC in the bubble, play the Lakers?
Man, they're good any year.
I like that confidence. See, that's a champion mentality right there. You know what I mean?
And
Because you're thinking like a Lakers fan.
The one thing with the Spurs, man, a lot of times, they're not, doing all the fancy stuff, but they stick with their fundamentals, and that's why, they're always right there, in the playoffs.
All right, man. Top 4 professional teams that you rock with in the state of Texas, man. Well, we got the Spurs there. And since you're in San Antonio, you can actually flip it both ways if you want. So will it be Texans or Cowboys?
I'm not a Cowboys fan at all.
Okay.
If I had to pick, I'd probably rock with Texas.
Okay, but you know what? I keep forgetting you're from Wisconsin. You're a Packer. If you like the Badgers, you gotta like the Packers too. Oh boy. You and AD is opposite. AD is born and bred in Chicago. He's a big Packers fan. You were born in Wisconsin and you are a Bears fan. But hey, there's a lot of Bears fans in Wisconsin. So what are you thinking about the Bears? Do you think the Bears should sign AB? I had that on my show a few weeks back. Top 5 landing spots. You think AB would fit onto your Bears?
Yeah. I think so, man. The Bears, man, these last 2 years, have been looking rough. But one thing, man, I've always stuck with them. You know, and I'm gonna stay sticking with them. You know, so hopefully, you know, this coming year, you know, everything gets going. You know, and then, you know, the Bears, you know, starts to look good.
Right. All right. So look, man, Khalil Mack, if you watching this, make sure you get this man his 52 jersey. You better stop playing. You better get Chicago hook him up. You already know. I know he'll
I'm gonna
rep.
need that.
He's gonna need that. You know, he can rep for y'all in the next fight, all that good stuff. You see what I do for my people, man. You see what I do. So
Hell yeah, man! Appreciate that.
all right. So Bears fan. When it comes to and hoops is gonna be the Spurs. Now, who you like in baseball?
Baseball's the one sport I don't really watch.
Hey, you know what? You and a lot of other people. It seems like it's an age gap between baseball fans. It's old 36-year-olds like myself that love the game, and then when you go a little bit down lower, I don't watch baseball that much. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, yeah, nah.
it's a lot of standing around.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, I have nothing against baseball. I just, you know, me myself, I can't get into it.
All right, man. Give me your top 5 boxers of all time.
Top
Your
five
top 5.
boxers.
Your top 5.
Uh,
Your opinion too. You can say whoever you want.
Let me see. Let's say Salvador Sanchez. You know, I think that's by far one of my greatest fighters, and that I loved watching. You know, because, you know, just going back to, you know, to the classics. You know, then like the back in the Mexican days, he was one of the first Mexicans, you know, to really switch up, you know, that Mexican style. You know, like that really, you know, started to box. I was a huge Marquez fan. Juan Manuel Marquez. You know, just how technical he was and everything. Let me see. I'm trying to piece together all the older ones, and like then the ones, you know, from when I was a kid, and then the ones, you know, like now, like me.
Right. Because you know you number one on your list. You know that.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, no,
that's
you
how
know,
I'm gonna know. And I'm number
right,
one
you
on
fucking,
my
yeah.
list. But you know, these other people, I got, you know, I saw that you Tommy Hearns inspired you a little bit as well too. You know, you got that same size that he had. He was a little bit taller, but you know, pretty much you are very tall for, you know, pretty much your weight class and everything like that. So pretty much, so you gave me 2. So I'll take those 2. I'll take those 2 because I know how it
Yeah.
is, man. I know it's been an intense week of training and things of that nature. You're very focused on getting it done, man. So real quick, what's your favorite spot to hang out at when you're in Oakland? What's your favorite little eatery or your favorite little kicking spot when you're in Oakland?
I think Lake Merritt, man. You know, I was just there yesterday on my longboard, just enjoying the day, just enjoying the weather, just cruising around downtown. Man, it's beautiful out here, man.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna make sure all my people on 18th and Myrtle, they're gonna be rooting real hard for you on that pay-per-view night.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure they look out for you. Ask Verge about 18 and Myrtle. He'll know some things about that as well too. But I'll make sure that they all got the TV outside watching you and everything like that. So so
Hell yeah.
how's my little guy doing, Kumar?
Oh man, he's good. I was just in the gym with him. Not yesterday, the day before yesterday. So what, like Tuesday? Yeah, or Wednesday. One of those days. He's good though, man. He's getting big. That will start stretching out.
Yeah, he is. He really is starting to stretch out, and man, the future is very bright with him. All right, man. 2 questions in one. If Hollywood comes, would you be ready to be in a movie, say as maybe a big time boxer? And who's your Hollywood crush? Because you know,
My
man,
Hollywood crush.
hey, you know, because they be telling you know, I've been at the fights, they be like that Barrios.
Man, I have a girl, so I'm gonna stay quiet on that one. Otherwise, you know, I'm gonna catch, you know, like a purse to the head or something.
Right. So man, what you call so if Hollywood calls, would you come? Do your little cameo part next boxing movie?
Man, you know what? I don't think I can say I'm good on camera, but I mean, is that something, you know, I'll be willing, you know, to try. You know, this boxing thing, it's not forever, you know. So you know,
Right.
you always have to have a backup.
Man, you know who you dealing with. You know you got an entertainment lawyer who's running the show for you. So you know if you want to jump into that, that's gonna be some good money. You don't get punched in the face
Right.
either. All right, Mario. But man, it's Friday. I ain't gonna hold you up too much longer. I know. Are you training today?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I know you got to get in your time, get in your meditation real quick before you get in the dojo. I'm not gonna take you too much away from that, but I thank you so much for coming in and talking to me today, man. You have a beautiful weekend, and best of luck to you in your next fight. And man, I can't wait to watch, and I can't wait to just continue to watch your journey and everything like that. Any shots out that you want to send before we wrap this thing up?
No, man. Just shout out to everybody, back home, San Antonio. Just anybody, that's on board with me, that's rocking with me. Appreciate you guys, and yeah, man. Look forward, to September 26th. It's gonna be a great night of boxing. But yeah, man. Appreciate you, taking time out of your day, having this Zoom call with me. It's always a pleasure.
And we always have a lot of fun, man. Ever since Churchill, brother, you know how we do it.
Hell
All
yeah.
right, man. So you have a beautiful day. It's your boy Pop DiBiase signing out for Fanatics View.